Yo YouTube, what's up? I'm Tim. This is a Cash Calling AC Sports Report. Tonight, me and AC are going to get to that Eagles game that went on earlier, or last night, I guess. That was not pretty. But first off, I want to get to this Terrelle Pryor thing. I guess I'm a little bit late on it, but it's something that I'd look at it probably differently than most people do. Most people are saying, oh, we get suspended 5 games. You know, then the NFL did what they had to do. I look at it this way. The fact that Terrelle Pryor got suspended 5 games, that's more than a quarter of the season. I mean, he's not going to probably have any impact this year anyway. But the fact that he gets suspended 5 games for something that he did in the NCAA, that to me, it doesn't make sense. Because if you look at what he did in the NCAA, what he did was he got a free tattoo or exchanged his jersey for a tattoo. Now, if someone did that in the NFL, would they get into trouble? No. If Ben Roethlisberger walks into a tattoo parlor and says, look, I'll give you this game-used jersey, and all you got to do is give me a free tattoo. Is he going to get in trouble? No. So, why when Terrelle Pryor did it and the NCAA basically chased him out, is he in trouble for it? I mean, it doesn't really make any sense to me because according to the NFL rules, he did nothing wrong. I don't get what the NFL is doing with this one because the NCAA has their stupid rules, and we've known that all for a long time. Here's what Pryor's attorney had to say. Personally, I hope this causes everyone to pause and conclude that we must challenge the NCAA on its amateurism rules. Terrelle is going to the NFL because the NCAA mandated that he feed their families, but he could not feed his own. That sums up what the problem has become with the NCAA. Basketball and football, is these players get a free ride to college, but to most of them, they're probably forced into going just to play the sport. Probably 85% of them, especially the good ones. They don't want to go to school. They want to go straight to the pros, especially in the basketball case, or they just want to go for a year or two and learn. So they're allowed to sell jerseys of these players, but when they make money off that, the players don't get any cut of it. Isn't that, I mean, that's almost like slavery. I don't want to say it and make it sound like Adrian Peterson, but that's sort of what it is. They're getting an education that they don't care about to basically go ahead and play football and make all this money for the NCAA. They're packing the stadiums, and I mean, hey, the NCAA runs things how they run it. All I'm saying is it's outdated and it's not going to work anymore. And it doesn't appear like they're going to figure that out. They're going to get rid of the whole Miami program before they figure that out, probably. So, I don't know. In this case, it just, how someone can get suspended for something that isn't an actual street crime to me doesn't make sense. How can the NFL suspend someone? I mean, I heard somebody try and say, or the original statement that came from the NFL was that he tried to undermine the supplemental draft. Look, I don't even know when the supplemental draft is. I called Terrelle Pryor's agent to set up an interview. He didn't even know when the supplemental draft was. I had to call him back, and he told me, look, after the supplemental draft, I can probably get set up an interview with Terrelle for you. So keep on the lookout for that, and we can talk all these topics with Terrelle, although unless I get a gag order, which would probably make the interview pretty lame anyway. But you know, I'm not an Ohio State fan. I'm a Penn State fan, so I actually really don't like Ohio State. But this, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Terrelle Pryor basically gets kicked out of college, and then the NFL picks up right where the NCAA left off. The NFL here should have just said, look, you committed a crime according to the NCAA. that wouldn't be a crime in the NFL. So we're not going to do anything about it. And I don't understand why people are commending the NFL for doing this. 5 games is a long time to get suspended. So you're telling me that people that actually cheat should get suspended less? People that test positive for performance enhancers get 4-game suspensions. Like what's a good? Sean Merriman, when he got a 4-game suspension. Yet, when Terrelle Pryor does something in college, which is not even related to the NCAA technically, except through the draft, he gets suspended 5 games. When Brandon Marshall gets in trouble off the field, he gets suspended 1, but Terrelle Pryor gets 5 games. This is just a joke. It sums it up, and it sums up the fact that NCAA sports are going down the tubes the way they're headed, that they really need to fix something, because this college football season is going to be overshadowed by the Miami incident, the fact that USC and Ohio State aren't going to be very good because you're chasing away their players and their coaches. I don't get it. I mean, technically, if the NCAA is going to do this, why didn't Reggie Bush get suspended? I mean, that was just as stupid, but he essentially got in trouble for similar things. Why didn't Pete Carroll get in trouble? If Jim Tressel comes to the NFL and coaches, which I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does, are you going to suspend him as a coach? I don't think so. So I don't understand why you would suspend Terrelle Pryor when he hasn't done anything wrong off the field, and the thing he did wrong was only wrong by the standards of the NFL. It would be like if you chewed gum in public, getting arrested by a police officer because, oh, well, you're not allowed to chew gum at school. That's basically what it is, and that's basically what the NCAA is doing right here, is they're suspending or the NFL is, they're suspending someone for committing a crime that shouldn't be looked at as a crime. He didn't even trade the jersey for money. He traded it for a tattoo. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. The NCAA needs to change this. They need to find some way to somewhat compensate the players because, as I said, they're getting an education that most of them, especially the stars, do not care about. So whether it's, I don't need them to get full pay, but whether it's allowing them to make a cut off the jerseys, whether it's allowing them to make a small amount of money to support themselves, then you got to do it because right now, the NCAA is in trouble. That basically sums it up. Terrelle Pryor, wish you the best of luck in the NFL. Hopefully we can get you on the show someday. I'm Tim. I'll see you guys later.